Have you noticed lately that climbing stairs feels more challenging? Why does standing up from your favorite chair require more effort than it used to? Why do your legs feel heavier and weaker despite your best efforts to stay active? Is it simply the natural aging process, or could there be a hidden culprit sabotaging your mobility day after day? The answer might shock you. It's not what you're failing to do. It's what you're actively consuming, believing it's beneficial for your health. Most seniors make this silent mistake daily, completely confident they're making the right choice because we've all been told throughout our lives that fruits are natural, nutritious, and essential. And yes, most fruits are healthy. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody is discussing. Not all fruits are suitable for people over 60. In fact, certain fruits, the very ones you might be eating weekly without a second thought, could be gradually weakening your legs, triggering knee pain, worsening joint inflammation, and making every step more difficult. These supposedly healthy fruits might actually be undermining your mobility, balance, and leg strength right under your nose. You see, as we age, our bodies undergo significant changes. Our circulation becomes less efficient. Our metabolism slows down, and foods that once nourished us can begin to subtly harm us, particularly certain fruits. They may look innocent and taste delicious, but they contain acids, sugars, and compounds that spike blood sugar, trigger joint inflammation, and slowly weaken your legs. The worst part? The damage happens gradually. So subtle you won't notice until one day you experience that sharp pain in your calves, that persistent ache in your thighs, or that strange tightness in your knees after just a short walk around the block. Today I'm going to reveal the 7 most dangerous fruits that every senior over 60 should avoid, especially if you want to protect your legs from long-term damage, pain, and weakness. Despite their innocent appearance, none of these fruits are your allies. After learning the truth, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So stay with me until the end if you value your strength and want to maintain stable, sturdy, and pain-free legs. Your body might be waiting for this wake-up call. But before we dive in, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications if you care about your health, because this is where we reveal the truths nobody talks about. And I want to know if you're with me. If you're watching now and this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. Your voice matters more than you realize. Let's begin with the first fruit on our list. One that's praised for reducing inflammation, but might be doing the exact opposite for seniors. Let's talk about pineapple. Pineapple, tropical, juicy, refreshing. For years, it's been celebrated for its bromelain content, supposedly a natural anti-inflammatory agent. But here's the twist. While many believe pineapple reduces inflammation, for seniors, it might actually be the silent cause. Pineapple contains powerful acids and natural sugars, and those sugars aren't as harmless as they appear, especially if you're over 60. Let me explain. As we age, our blood vessels become more fragile and sensitive. They no longer respond to sugar spikes the same way. Despite its benefits, pineapple delivers a powerful dose of natural sugar to your bloodstream. What happens then? It rapidly elevates blood sugar levels. This spike can damage the tiny blood vessels that supply your legs, feet, and muscles. As circulation deteriorates over time, less oxygen reaches your legs, resulting in pain, fatigue, and swelling. After a short walk, you feel that dull, dragging ache in your legs. Standing brings stiffness to your knees. Your ankles suddenly hurt even when you've been sitting all day. But there's more. Besides being sweet, pineapple is highly acidic. That acid can irritate joints, especially if you already have inflammation or arthritis. It's like adding fuel to the fire already burning in your knees, hips, and ankles. Some seniors even notice their legs feeling heavy after eating pineapple, as if strength is slowly draining away. And something else you should know. If you're taking any medications, particularly blood thinners, the famous enzyme bromelain can interact with certain drugs, making them either too strong or not effective enough. But the most dangerous aspect? There are no dramatic, obvious side effects from pineapple, no clear warnings or immediate pain. Instead, it infiltrates slowly until one day you realize you simply can't move like you once could. The saddest part? Most seniors have no idea that the fruit they're eating for health might be contributing to the yearly decline they experience in their leg strength. So what can you do? You don't need to completely avoid pineapple, but you must be aware and say, enough, especially if you've been dealing with persistent leg pain or unexplained swelling. The damage is subtle, but very real. Now, if anti-inflammatory pineapple can be this problematic for aging legs, what about our next fruit? It's smooth, delicious, and famous for boosting potassium levels and muscle strength, but it might be deceiving you. Let's talk about bananas. Bananas, soft, sweet, and rich in potassium. They're widely considered a perfect food, supposedly providing energy, preventing cramps, and supporting muscles. But for seniors, the story changes dramatically. Bananas are loaded with natural sugar and fast-digesting carbohydrates. This means immediately after eating, your blood sugar levels spike, and your body begins to resist insulin. When this happens regularly, circulation weakens, inflammation increases, and your legs suffer the consequences. You might experience a dull ache when walking or climbing stairs, heaviness in your legs after meals, and stiffness in your calves. But the story doesn't end there. Bananas also cause increased fluid retention, especially if you have heart issues. This results in stiff joints, swollen feet, and puffy ankles. The effect is silent and insidious. You believe they'll help your muscles, so you eat them. Instead, they could be gradually draining your strength. And here's the worst part. It won't hit you immediately, but over time, banana consumption might make movement more difficult and increase pain levels. If you frequently experience heavy, aching, or swollen legs, consider the fruits on your plate. Bananas may not be as friendly as they first appear. But what if something even smaller can cause such problems? Bananas are known for supporting muscles, but our next fruit, small, charming, and innocent looking, might be causing your joints to burn. Let's talk about grapes. Grapes, they look innocent, tiny, juicy, easy to eat as a snack. They also have an impressive reputation, heart-healthy and packed with antioxidants. But most people don't realize that seniors may experience mild leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation when consuming grapes. Why? Because grapes contain fructose, a substance that can be harmful in high concentrations. This sugar is directly absorbed by the liver, and when your liver can't process it completely, it turns into fat and uric acid. That's when the real damage begins, particularly in your toes, ankles, and knees. Uric acid accumulates in the joints, causing an intermittent burning sensation and swelling, that nagging pain that makes even light walking difficult. Have you ever experienced that piercing pain in your big toe at night? That unexpected stiffness in your calves? It might be something as simple as a handful of grapes, raising your uric acid levels, and it doesn't stop there. Fructose also fuels chronic inflammation throughout your body. This means slower movement, increased pressure, and stiffness. Grapes are also too easy to overindulge in. They're small enough to snack on mindlessly. They're not filling. Before you realize it, you've consumed 2 or 3 cups, and the sugar quickly adds up. So while grapes might seem like a healthy snack, they may be subtly weakening, reducing flexibility and making your legs less comfortable as you age. Now you understand what might be hiding behind that sweetness if you've been regularly consuming grapes and experiencing increasing stiffness and swelling. But there are other delicious fruits that can cause harm. Our next one is juicy, colorful, and famous for its hydrating properties. Don't be fooled, though. Inside, it works like sugar while tasting like water. Let's discuss watermelon. Watermelon. Light, refreshing, the very symbol of hydration and summer. Could this watery fruit possibly be secretly damaging your legs? It seems strange since everyone agrees watermelon is excellent for staying hydrated. It feels safe, has few calories, and is mostly water. But here's the secret. Watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index. This means it raises blood sugar levels quickly, much like candy. And for seniors, these frequent sugar spikes cause significant damage, particularly to the legs. Let's break it down. When your blood sugar rises rapidly, your body releases insulin. But in aging bodies, insulin regulation becomes poor. This results in inflammation, especially in areas with inadequate circulation. Where does this appear? Your calves, ankles, and knees. You might experience leg fatigue shortly after eating, a dull ache during short walks, that strange persistent swelling around your ankles. Climbing stairs starts to feel like scaling a mountain. Watermelon feels light, but inside it acts like a charming trap, gently wearing down your legs. And because it's juicy and refreshing, most people eat plenty of it. 1 slice becomes 2, then 3, adding more sugar, more stress, more inflammation. It's deceiving you. You think you're consuming water, but your blood sugar is spiking instead. Your circulation struggles, and your legs suffer as a result. Does watermelon truly help seniors stay hydrated, or does each bite subtly increase your discomfort when moving? It might be time to reconsider if the watermelon on your plate corresponds with your legs feeling more tired lately. Let's move on to a fruit associated with vitamin C and health, found in juices, immunity-boosting drinks, and breakfast spreads, but seniors might experience an acidic attack on their joints. Let's talk about oranges. Oranges, they're bright. They have a fresh scent and they're everywhere. Juices, health supplements, breakfast platters. They're said to boost immunity thanks to vitamin C. But oranges might be hiding an unpleasant reality for seniors, especially those over 60. Behind that citrus glow is acid, something your joints despise. Oranges are abundant in citric acid. While that might seem normal, it can cause quiet joint irritation, particularly if your body is already battling inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. You might experience gradual stiffness in your knees when waking up, persistent hip pain, that uncomfortable sensation in your legs after sitting for extended periods, decreased mobility, and increased swelling. You might assume it's simply aging, but that healthy habit of drinking orange juice every morning could be contributing to the very pain you're trying to prevent. Here's what actually happens. The citric acid in oranges goes beyond your stomach. It enters your bloodstream and can aggravate your joints' delicate tissues. Additionally, when combined with the fruit's natural sugar, it causes blood sugar fluctuations. The result? Inflammation throughout your body. Due to inflammation spreading to your knees, ankles, and calves, every step feels a bit heavier and more painful. You see, oranges might not harm a younger person, but in an elderly individual with aging joints and slower circulation, The effect develops subtly. The hardest part is that you're doing it believing you're helping yourself, since oranges have long been associated with wellness, but now you know they might not be good for your mobility. What's next? Our following fruit looks neat, green, crisp, and lower in sugar. People consider it the safe option, but it hides something that can result in nighttime cramping, tight knees, and aching hips. Let's discuss green apples. Green apples, they look crisp, clean, and natural. Most people, especially seniors, believe they're the healthier choice because they taste less sweet. It seems like a healthy, low-sugar snack. But what most don't realize is that green apples might subtly cause fatigue, stiffness, and leg pain. Two things pose the threat: malic acid and hidden natural sugar. First, let's talk about malic acid. This acid gives green apples their sour taste. While it's fine for youthful bodies, our gut lining becomes more sensitive with age. And once it enters the body, malic acid can irritate tissues, including joints. Some seniors experience severe hip or thigh pain after eating apples. Others feel a mild heat in their feet or tightness in their knees. It takes time to develop, but as days pass, the acid accumulates and the pain becomes more frequent. Now about the sugar. Even though they don't taste as sweet as red apples, green apples still contain natural sugars, and that sugar causes blood sugar fluctuations in seniors with slower metabolisms. Your calves might feel tired, your legs might cramp at night, you might experience morning stiffness or weakness when climbing stairs. The most challenging aspect is that green apples are often consumed raw as a snack, or even right before bed. As a result, they constantly affect the body. They look perfectly healthy and pure, but green apples might be subtly making walking harder, stiffening joints, and making evenings more restless for aging bodies. What about a tropical, rich, and extremely sweet fruit that can have this effect? If something as basic as an apple can cause problems, what about one of the most beloved fruits? Let's discuss the true sugar bomb, the mango. Mango, juicy, soft, almost candy-like. Nearly everyone loves this fruit, especially during summer months. But here's the truth. Mango might be the most harmful fruit for seniors experiencing joint weakness and leg pain. Why? Because it contains an enormous amount of natural sugar. I don't mean a little. I'm talking about a significant sugar punch that causes your blood sugar to rise sharply and quickly. Now, if you're active and under 30, your body can usually handle that spike. But after 60, your metabolism changes. That sugar rush causes an insulin spike followed by a crash. And each time this happens, your body produces inflammation deep within your joints, particularly in the soft tissues surrounding your ankles, hips, and knees. Especially if you have nerve issues, you might experience a burning sensation in your toes, a tingling that won't subside, evening swelling around your feet, or a creeping heaviness in your legs. Because mango tastes light, feels fresh, and doesn't seem like a substantial meal, it's easy to consume in larger portions. But this only makes things worse. That's the trick, though. The sensation of lightness means nothing to your body. The sugar triggers reactions, and over time, that sugar might cause joint pain, sluggish walking, and unstable legs. Many seniors eat mangoes thinking they're a natural treat. And it is natural, but natural doesn't always mean safe for weakened circulation and aging joints. You've now seen the complete picture. 7 fruits, despite being praised for their health benefits, have a darker side for people over 60. But here's the good news. Some fruits have the opposite effect. They promote strong, sturdy legs, reduce joint pain, and fight inflammation. let's discuss those healing alternatives and what seniors should eat instead. Now that you know which fruits to avoid, let's focus on what you can eat. Because consuming the right fruits does more than satisfy hunger, they heal your body. First, let's talk about berries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, etc. These small fruits are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They're gentle on your blood sugar, high in antioxidants, and low in sugar. Most importantly, they improve circulation, especially in the legs. They promote easier mobility, fight stiffness, and reduce swelling. Next, cherries, but in moderation. Cherries can actually help lower uric acid, reducing the chance of gout and joint pain flare-ups. They soothe sore joints and that burning sensation in your knees or toes. Just a handful of cherries, not a bunch, can provide significant relief. Then comes avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, and it's among the best for healthy joints. Why? Because it's packed with good fats that reduce inflammation inside your body and cushion your joints. It also helps regulate insulin, providing steady energy without blood sugar fluctuations. Looking for something easy to digest? Try papaya. This tender tropical fruit contains enzymes that help reduce inflammation and ease digestion. It's gentle on aging joints and mild on the stomach. And remember pears, eaten with a small amount of fiber or protein. They provide subtle sweetness without being overly sugary. They give your body energy without putting excessive strain on your legs. Each of these fruits supports your body rather than working against it. They don't cause discomfort. They don't make you swell. They help your body achieve the vigor, balance, and serenity it craves. Remember, it's not just about eating fruit. It's about choosing the right ones for your age. Fruits that are appropriate for your body right now. And you start to feel it when you consciously make those choices. Firmer steps, calmer movements, and clearer mornings. One thing tells me if you've watched this far, you care about your future, your strength, and your health. And I want you to hear this clearly. It's not too late for you to change. You still have time to recover, and you're not alone in this struggle. Aging is challenging. The pain, stiffness, and fear of falling come gradually, and sometimes they can make you feel like your body is abandoning you. But here's the reality. You can take control through intelligent, modest adjustments rather than extreme measures. One meal, one fruit, and one decision at a time. The fruits we discussed today aren't toxic. They simply might no longer be optimal for your health. And that's okay, because aging isn't about giving up. It's about being smarter. When you begin eating mindfully and select foods that support strength, circulation, and joints, you'll notice a difference. Less pain, more flexibility, smoother mornings, and lighter steps. That's the point of this information, not fear or limitation. Now I'd like to hear from you. Tell us what you learned today and what change you're prepared to make in the comment section below. We all grow when we share, so let's help each other. Please hit the like button if this video was helpful to you or if it even slightly opened your eyes. Subscribe to ensure you don't miss any information that could transform your health, and turn on notifications before you leave. Please input 1 if this video was useful, or 0 if not. Your comment matters more than you realize. Stay strong, stay vigilant, and never forget, your independence is carried by your legs.